So how can we find more joy in our life? How can we make more joy in our life? Because it really is up to us to make it happen. We can't be a victim of circumstances and um, decide our happiness or base our happiness on what goes on around us. So instead, those circumstances will always be changing, and you don't want to be flip-flopping constantly from, oh, I feel happy about this outside myself, and I feel sad about this happening outside myself. What can give us some stability within ourselves to find a seat of joy? The seat of joy. It's not about happiness or sadness. It's about joy. And what can stir joy and make it rise to the top, is sitting and thinking about what you appreciate in your life. What is it you appreciate in your life? Make a list even. So either do it mentally or write down a list of things that you really appreciate in your life. Because that in and of itself can bring a place of settled, contented joy. I know some people who are happy if things are going a certain way that they think life should go, and then they're sad if things aren't going a certain way. And it's a constant flip-flopping, and oh my gosh, the energy that takes can be exhausting. And not just exhausting for the person living through it, but exhausting for people that are living with the person going through all that. So if not just for yourself, for those that you care about, find your joy. Find your joy. Make a real effort to work real hard finding your joy. And there's a difference between joy and happiness. Happiness has to do with things outside ourselves. Joy is somewhere deep within. So to foster and to have grow, support that sense of joy within us, there are lots of ways to do that. But the biggest way to do it is really find things that you feel appreciation and be thankful for it, and take time, even every day. How about, while you're having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something, 2 minutes. What is it you appreciate in your life right now? And it can really make you feel differently about things. Because our sadness and happiness oftentimes are just based on thoughts we have. So catch your thought. If you feel low and down in the dumps and can't seem to shake it, it's okay to feel that way. You just don't want to stay there too long and be, unproductive and miserable. Who wants to be miserable? So realize that there's a thought that's stirring the emotion of happy, sad, and especially sad. So find out what that thought is and then reframe it. So for an example, someone's come to stay for a while, and you're really happy that they're around. And then they have to leave, and they're going to come back. So instead of feeling sad that they're leaving, the thought is, wow, I'm so glad they were here. This was a rare, a gem of a time, and how fortunate it is that it worked out this way, and how thankful I am that this person made all that effort to make that happen. So just feeling gratitude for that. And then, sure, do what you have to do. And I'm thrilled you're coming back. So I'm happy about that. There's a sense of joy around, this is the way life goes. So make sure you're not feeling attached to other people's behavior to determine your level of happy sorrow, happy sadness, or joy. Find your own joy. Make your own joy. And make your own joy by making your own thoughts, conscious thoughts. You don't get caught up. Or if you're getting caught up in old thinking, woe is me, feeling sorry for yourself. Woe is me, this always happens to me. Why does this always happen to me? Be careful of your questions. Our brains are really powerful. If you ask the question, why does this always happen to me? Your brain will fill in those answers with all the negativity that's ever been put in there. But instead of saying, why has this happened to me? What can I do about this? This pattern that seems to keep occurring in my life. That's the question you want to ask your brain. What can I do about this? What is my role? Not why does it happen? But who cares why it happens? It happens because of this and this and this and that. How does that help you? So what really helps is ask your brain the right kind of questions. How can I feel more joy? Show me ways I can feel more joy. Direct me. Help me. Put those requests out to the universe. You will get answers. You want to ask the right questions. It's a really powerful, powerful, powerful thing to flip that switch from woe is me, why always me, how come this, to how do I make this better? How can I improve this? How can I make this change? Ask the right questions. Check your mind. See where the feelings are coming from. Just let your feelings be felt first. But when you're sitting in them too long and they're becoming habitual and they're stopping you from doing things that you really love to do in your life, what is your thinking? What is your thinking? And then reframe those thoughts. Reframe those thoughts into ones of appreciation. What can you appreciate about what's happened? Things don't happen to us, they happen for us. What's the best we can make of those situations so that we feel gratitude, or at least acceptance that this is what's going on, and what can I do about this, and how can I improve my own situation. So it's really about, holding your own self accountable for what goes on around you. Your reaction to what goes on around you is up to you. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It has to do with you. What is your reaction to things that may feel sad or upsetting? What is your reaction? How do you deal with it? So check yourself. Be aware. Stay awake. Enjoy.